Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds. Whatever grows will grow. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds. Planting seeds. I am planting seeds. Nothing more.
Good morning, Unity of Payson. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in Payson. Sunshine, not too cold. Just a great time. Something that lifts the spirits. You come out and your spirits are lifted. So as we begin our service, for those of you here in person, and I trust the weather's good for those of you who are joining us virtually as well, where you are. Just take a moment with me to be quiet, to center, to breathe, to be at one with the one as we pray. God of all goodness, we are so grateful that the very nature of the divine is one of unity, of harmony. We are grateful because those qualities are also a part of our heritage. And they're there within us. The Christ within us is waiting to express those qualities of love, which is what we're talking about today. So I am grateful for each one who has joined us for this time, each one who listens at a later time. Grateful for this demonstration of divine expression in the world and of oneness. And so it is. Amen. So we're moving to our opening song. We're really featuring Daniel Nahmod today. My soul is welcome here. If you're here in person, Betty's going to come up and speak in the room. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm in the right place, being at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I am just where I'm in the right place, being at the right time, right place. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I am just where I'm supposed.
We're playing it twice.
Yeah, there's a double feed.
We're going to start again. Okay. Holy.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in the right place at the right time. supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is
Welcome here. Wait, not done. Oh,
Yes,
they
sir.
did it one more time. Oh, good morning. Neil just told me I need to introduce myself. I know you guys here all know who I am, but there may be people online that don't. I am Sue Lullo, and I am glad to be your platform person this morning. And I hope that each one of you can just feel that your souls are welcome here. We do so warmly welcome you and are so glad you're here both online and in person. And do we have anyone new online, Tom? No.
I don't see anyone.
And Ed and Bobby and Donna and who's that? Ah, okay. And Sammy and Karen and Mary Ann. Welcome to you all. Okay. Okay, Neil. Oh, so if you're online, remember to stay after and let Neil greet you in person. And if you are not already on our email list, please put your information if you're online in the chat or go to unityofpayson.org and put that in. So let us say together our welcome blessing. We love you, we appreciate you, we welcome you, and we bless the Christ that you are. All righty, so now we move into that time of gratitude, and I know we have a lot here at Unity of Payson to be grateful for each person that contributes to this service and all the different activities that go on here. So if you have a gratitude, would you please raise your hand? And I see Betty's already got her hand up.
Good morning. Wow. This is Betty, and I'm back from vacation, so grateful for vacations and time with friends, but also really grateful to be home and back in my own house in my own bed. So grateful for all.
In your own spiritual community. Is that true? Okay. I just want to check. Who else? Who's next?
Yes, this is Terry. I want to just give thanks to the prayer team for supporting me in my prayer request. I had a recent death. Appreciate all the support. My sister's brother, my sister's husband, my brother-in-law. It was really unexpected. I really appreciate it.
Deborah?
Well, good morning, everyone. This is Deborah. I'm grateful that I have today off. I'm grateful for Unity of Payson and all the lovely members and attendees. And I'm grateful for Terry for picking me up. And then I can pray with others. That's a fun thing to be able to do and share and uplift. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm Lynn, and I am grateful for all the prayers for my friend Dale, who went to the emergency room 3 times before they found what was happening, and that third time there was a doctor there who knew exactly what was going on and took care of everything. And all the prayers of all who knew him and supported praying for unity.
Thank you, Lynn. Rick?
Well, I'm Rick, and if you want to hum like a rolling stone, that means my stone is gone.
Woo!
So I'm very thankful and appreciate all of you for your support that I could feel all the way along. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't want to miss anybody. And just mentioning while I'm making my way back up, that prayer, which we heard gratitude for, who's going to talk about that?
I am, but I did have a couple gratitudes that I wanted to share this morning. I am so grateful for the people of this church that share their gifts, and I mean, I think each and every one of you here is one of those people, but I just wanted to highlight a few things that I've done recently. So one is doing the Tai Chi with Teresa. Has been just such a wonderful addition to my mornings. Now that she moved it to mornings, it works out great for me, and so wonderful. And then also Terry, she's doing her life coaching training, and when I met with her, she kind of opened up all sorts of things for me, so much appreciated. And yes, now I will talk about prayer, which, like Neal said, was so evident here this morning. The power of prayer is amazing, and our prayer team is always available to pray with you, whether it's in person here at church or if you send an email to neil@unityofpayson@gmail.com. He will answer those requests there also. Our prayer team is always honored to pray with you in whatever way works for you. So if you'd like to leave contact information, we'd love to reach out and call you or email you or text you, whatever works. But we have certainly seen the power of prayer in action. And when we are done praying with you, we also do send these requests on to the prayer chapel at Unity Worldwide. And they're all kept sacred and confidential. And like I said, we are just honored to pray with you. So our theme for February has been reflections of love. And let us say together our affirmation. I am love, reflective of the divine, recognized in myself, and extended to my world. And Neal's talk today will be divine love reflected, paying it forward. And I don't know about you guys, but I do have to keep being reminded to stay in that place of love lately. So I'm very excited to hear what Neal is going to share with us this morning. So now we will prepare for meditation with our meditation song, One Heart at a Time, by Karen Drucker.
We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. can change the world. We can change the world. One heart at a time. One heart at a time. We can change the world. We can change the world. One heart at a time. One heart at a time. I see you. I see you. I know you. I know you. You're a part of me. And my heart is open to love. My heart is ready to love you. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change. We can change one heart. One heart.
Feels like we're already in that space of meditation as we've listened to the song. So coalesce your thoughts and emotions, bring them together into your divinity, the divinity within you, for this moment, for these next couple minutes as we spend time in the silence together. So breathe. Notice your breath. Set the rest of your attention on the side for a moment. You can resume it later. Your heart. No, not your physical organ, although it's related. But that very place in you that draws to you your heart's desire, that allows you to know the direction for you to go. That place where you are in harmony with yourself, with the divine, and with others. That place where you know oneness, that place of unity. So as we think about the words of the meditation song, we can change the world one heart at a time. Open your heart in the silence with me. Prepare to hear the voice of Spirit, that still small voice that will kind of tip over that first domino, that will tip over another and another and another, until in fact that little act we take is part of changing the world. In the silence, spend time meditating for a moment on your open heart and what is yours to do as you participate in that change of the globe, change of the planet, change of the very presence that occupies the time and the attention of our society. Do this in the quiet. Have you heard the whisper of that still small voice? Have you felt the opening of your heart? Have you found yourself inspired to be a change agent in your own life, in the life of your community, in the life of the world? We are so grateful that as expressions of the divine, ones with choice, we can intend and act in harmony with that divine idea that is within us all. We bring our awareness back to this time and this place with gratitude. And so it is. Bottom button. Oh, now you can see. Now I can see myself and my notes. And my notes. Divine love reflected. Let me just say that affirmation. Oops, I'm about losing the tapestry here. Let's say that affirmation again, or let me say it and as you listen. I am love, reflective of the divine, recognized in myself, and extended to my world. (10:22), time for a quiz. So if you were with us at Saturday Soul Bowls yesterday, you have to wait 3 clues before you answer. Betty, I'm leaving the doors open for you today. Today I'm looking for the name of a movie and the lead character in that movie. The opening scene in the film depicts a favor that is granted. A man gives his car to a Los Angeles journalist. Oh, I thought somebody might get it there. Who was that, Deborah? You've got the movie. No, that's right. You're absolutely right. No, but I'm glad you spoke out. Pay it forward. Remember that movie? Well, that journalist discovers that he's kind of the tale of a lot of favors or kindnesses prior to it getting to him. So he tracks those back and he gets to the very source of that. And he finds that it happened in a 7th grade classroom in Las Vegas. By the way, Deborah, you get to go over to the prize corner when the service is done, so you get to pick over there. But that 7th grade classroom had a teacher who said, your assignment is to make a plan for how to make the world a better place. Wow, for seventh graders, that's a big thing, but seventh graders also aren't quite adults, and so they don't have some of the resistance that we do. And the lead character took that very seriously. Now I'm looking for the name of that lead character, if you remember it. Shout it out when you know it. That character began a plan of doing kindnesses, doing good, doing favors for people. Now, he was the son of a single mom, and that was an interesting dynamic because his first favor was to invite a homeless man to live in their garage. Well, his mother didn't necessarily get excited about that possibility, but he went on to, and there was a little bit of a roughness around that favor granted, but he went on to, for his single mom, to somehow arrange a date for her, which didn't go especially well either. But it was the start, both for that homeless man and for that mother, to turn and pay that kindness forward. His mom to her mother. The homeless man, I don't remember. I don't remember all the movie. But this young seventh grader began something that really had legs, and we know went at least as far as Los Angeles, where it showed up many generations later in the kindness of a man giving a car to a journalist that was greatly in need of it. They all paid it forward. Anybody remember the name of that seventh grader? Well, I'll take that. Osmond, yes, you're exactly right. So you get to go to the prize counter too, and the name of that character. No, you do it later. Just don't let him go first. So the name of that young seventh grader was Trevor. Nice name. Paying it forward, and that's part of our title today, Divine Love Reflected, Paying It Forward. So we're going to talk about receiving and giving love. We talk about giving and receiving in secular fashion when we talk about giving, prosperity, abundance. But the same thing is true for love. We're going to talk about love and light being somewhat synonymous for today. I like love and light going together. About 5.5 years ago, I created a signature for my email, neal.unityofpayson@gmail.com. And I thought, well, this is nice. Oh, every 6 months or so I'll change it and I'll get to make it fresh. I never changed it because it just seemed like it was right for it. If you've received an email from me, you've seen it. Walk in the light, live in the light, be the light, and shine brightly. And that's what we're talking about today when we talk about pay it forward, reflecting divine love. I put together a key spiritual truth. Let me share it with you. Divine love, when truly received, is reflected inward, back to its source, and outward to the world. Let's go to the idea of divine love being received. If you've ever been to a very large college or professional football game, in the end zone you've seen signs put up that say John 3:16. Everybody remember seeing that? The camera will probably focus on it a little bit. Of course, that is the scripture from the Gospel of John in the Christian scriptures. And it's one that traditional Christianity has really latched onto. I learned that very early in my life. For God so loved, and I'm not going to say the rest of it, because those first four words are so powerful. For God so loved. When we talk about God, we can talk about him in many ways, and many of us have different names for God, but I'm going to speak particularly about Creator today. Creator God. Creator God bequeathed to us, as a part of our creation, the very nature of God. Like a mother or a father to their children, that inheritance, all of the good that they could possibly pass on, so did the divine in our creation. So we say that we are made in the image and likeness of the divine, and that we have all of these qualities and attributes and powers. In unity, we talk about them as the 12 powers that are true of the divine, but true of us as well, because the divine is not outside of us, but within us, around us, always present. Divine love is a given for us. Every created person, as a matter of fact, every created thing benefits from divine love. However, we seem to have built blocks or barriers to that love. And so we miss out on a lot of the benefit of love because of our blocks and our barriers. We go back to the poet Rumi, who stated this so cogently. He says, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." That's our task, and we'll continue to talk about that in the course of this message. A Course in Miracles, which many of you, I know Frosty, you're there online, many of you have attended our class or have been connected with the Course, have studied that a little bit. It almost sounds like the same sort of thing that Rumi was saying. At the very introduction of the Course, it says, "The Course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance." So when you talk about receiving love, find some of those blocks that are preventing you from really receiving it. And we'll continue to talk about that. Open your heart. Let your heart be open. Revising that key spiritual truth, you would say divine love, when truly received, is reflected inward. So that becomes part of our consciousness. When we really receive that divine love, when we immerse ourselves in that, it's part of the very makeup of who we are as spiritual beings. And then there's the second step. I'm going to call them a step. Light received and beamed back. Remember, we've talked about mirrors in this month, and light or love being reflected back. So divine love comes to us, receive, and when we do that truly, we wipe away the haze, the blocks, the barriers, and we reflect that love back. I was really glad that there were a lot of gratitudes here today, because that's the primary way in which we reflect back to the divine. Remember, the divine being within us, so it's kind of we're all together on this. we reflect back that love by gratitude. Sometimes it's difficult, as we've said, to receive that love because of fear. We don't know what we're afraid of necessarily, but we're just afraid. We're anxious. And so we miss opening our heart and receiving that divine love. And thus, when we reflect it back, it's a mere fraction of what it could be when we happen to remember to say thank you. We don't receive that love and reflect it back because you say, I'm not up to it. Anybody ever have a habit of saying that? I heard somebody say that they heard that a lot in their childhood. I'm not up to it, from parent figures. We don't receive that love and reflect it back because we have the barrier of having to do it all by ourselves. You know, the bootstrap theory. I'm going to lift myself up by my own bootstraps. I don't need more than who I am. Yes, you do. You need that oneness that you are, that firm and full connection with the divine, which you, when received, give back to the divine in gratitude. And that's where it comes in to the saying that's in the Christian scriptures when Jesus was asked about what's the greatest commandment. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Give that back. Recognize what it is that you've received. Take away the barriers to receiving that, and then reflect it back in gratitude. Now, do you have a gratitude practice? I know many of you do. Do you write in a journal? Do you express gratitude before your feet hit the floor in the morning? Do you, as Donna and I have done for many years, end our day with gratitude in appreciation for ourselves and each other, in gratitude for what's happening in the given day, gratitude for what we see with eyes of faith, gratitude for all that has happened in our past, and gratitude for the challenges, part of our practice. So take that opportunity to reflect love back in gratitude. I'm sure that the divine is not going to be changed by that. But I'm sure that if you do it, you will be. So again, that key spiritual truth, revised a bit. Divine love, when truly received, is reflected back to its source. Gratitude we have for the foundation for who we can be. That foundation, all of that heritage that we have that. In addition to the daily blessings, we just have that very nature which propels us forward to be all that we can be. I like, and Earl, you're here online today. I like what you mentioned in the Saturday Soul Boost yesterday. A quote that is very familiar, probably to all of you, but I just like it so much I want to read it again. Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And we are, as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Love is letting go of that fear, whether it's anxiety about something that might happen to you, or the fear even of being all that you can be. And then we move on to the idea that we had in our title, paying it forward. Love and light reflected outward. In order to be true to the uniqueness and the authenticity that we are, we have to get those first two steps. Divine love reflected to us, beamed to us. Gratitude, that divine love, reflected back to the Creator. And then, when we've made those steps, we're really ready for that third step, which is love and light to be reflected outward. When we're doing that, when we've made those first two steps, we put ourselves in a position to set ego on the side, to live into our divinity, and when we do, the quality of what we reflect outward will be parallel to, if not identical to, the quality of the love we've received. It's such a necessary part. Some people stop and don't do that third thing really, except maybe half-heartedly, or sometimes it's because they think they should. Look at their neighbor, to love their neighbor as themselves, which is the other part of that second commandment, which is like the first one. Frosty brought this up yesterday. I'm really glad for Saturday Soul Boost, because I get a lot of fleshing out of the ideas that I've been working through during the week. Frosty said this yesterday. She said she grew up with a mother who said, how can we love God, who we cannot see without our eyes, if we do not love our neighbor that we can see? So we move into that fifth principle of unity. It's not enough to know the truth. Unity's fifth principle. You must act on it. You must live that out into the world if you want to complete those steps. It's a choice. When we do this, following those three steps that I've lined out, we live from our divine humanity. Remember, we are fully divine and fully human. We live from our human divinity. We can say it either way. Living that into the world is truly paying it forward. The reflection that begins beamed from the divine, takes residence in us, is reflected back, but is also reflected out. Carolyn Miss, a medical intuitive and author, says this: the love that flows through your heart purifies not only your own spirit, but the love that you share with others. So we get to that key spiritual truth. Divine love, when truly received, is reflected outward to the world. Okay, so you've seen those steps. Receiving divine love, reflecting it back to Creator, reflecting it out to the world. How do I do that? Hold on just a minute. I guess I'm so ambitious, I'm losing my tapestry here. So here's how we do it. We intend and purpose to receive Creator love, to be fully human, fully divine, to have all of those qualities be available to us and to be implanted within us. We acknowledge that divinity and we bathe ourselves in it. I've said this a couple times, but I got to say it again. And Sue, I'm glad that you asked me about this. Okay, I got an example. Here's the little cards that I have in my pocket, which are from the 40-day prosperity plan from the book, The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. Today I'm on principle number 7, but I think that's 87 days that I've done it. I have bathed myself into the truth of this because it just really connects with me. And you know what? I know I've changed. I know I've changed because of that. The divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature of abundance. My only responsibility is to be aware of that truth. So, therefore, I, without question, let go and let God be the abundant all-sufficiency in my life and affairs. I've almost got all of these memorized because I've done it enough. But I'm just drawn to it. I want to have that be, I want to bathe in that truth which is calling to me. Makes a change, because then what comes out for me, the prosperity that I share outward, has a power that's more than just, oh, I ought to do something nice for somebody. I forget where I am on my how do I do that, but it's also true that we need to be able to develop that gratitude practice. That gratitude to Creator God, to the God within us, the Christ that is within us. And we extend the love we receive. We spare, or share, as you will, the spiritual wealth with the guidance of Spirit. When we're in that place of receiving divine love. By the way, a lot of this is done in the silence, like when we do meditation. Hope you take advantage of silence in your life. Great thing. In that silence, we know what's ours to do. We don't say, I should do this. We know this is ours to do. It takes some growing into, but so important. Remember that pure-hearted motivation of a 7th grader, Trevor? He was determined to pay it forward from an open and a pure heart. Once more, the key spiritual truth. Divine love, when truly received, is reflected inward, back to its source, and outward to the world. And so it is.
Thank you, Neil. I do truly believe that, love is the answer. And you mentioned Marianne Williamson. There's another quote she has, and I don't know it exactly, but just something about how hate has spoken so loudly for so long, love needs to raise their voice and shout it out. So, great reminders. So now we come to the time of our tithes and offerings. Unity of Payson is a source of spiritual nourishment and inspiration. In this community, we receive gratefully and give generously. And as Neil mentioned, I brought up the Abundance Book to him today. I was going to bring a quote to read because, I gave some money to the Abundance thing, which I guess is not happening anymore, but I did. So I've been reading that book and really enjoyed it, and I know I've mentioned it before too. But I really did not expect too much of a change. I've always felt like I've been pretty prosperous. I mean, I'm not a really wealthy person, but when I need things, they come, and I just feel like I'm guided and all that. But I've been doing it also, and I think on my 36th day, and I can't pinpoint exactly what it is, but I look at my bank account and I'm like, wow, this is higher than I thought it would be, I mean, just little things like that that are just, I haven't gotten any money from anywhere in particular, but it's just like, I don't know, I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm very grateful for that. So we deeply appreciate all the gifts that are given to this ministry. And we have a basket by the door over there. If you'd like to put your offering in the basket, you can also use the information on the screen. Do we have it on the screen? Oh, we did that already. Okay, very easy to do. So let us say together our offering affirmation. Freely we give and freely we receive. And our special music for today is Swing Wide the Doors by Daniel Nomad.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go now.
Oh. Okay.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go now. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. All right now, swing wide the doors. The time is right. Time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Yay! We are so very grateful for all the gifts and the abundance that is unity of Payson, and let us bless those gifts together with our offering dedication. Divine love flowing through us, blessing and multiplying all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. We are prosperous without limit, and we are grateful. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so the theme for next month, March, is divine guidance. Another very great one. And the affirmation is, I am wisdom, divinely guided at all times. And Reverend Neal will be talking next Sunday about led by Spirit, trusting divine direction. We do have a few announcements. We do have Teresa's Qigong Tai Chi, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:10. And like I said, if you can make it, it's a great experience. We have the Saturday Soul Boost, as Neil mentioned. That's every Saturday, 4 p.m. on Zoom, and a brief and casual and fun discussion of the theme for the week. We have the renewed pen, the writers group, and it says to bring a piece to the group to share based on a prompt. It will be starting Tuesday, March 11th, and it looks like there's no set dates. Is that right? It says proposed dates. That's the dates, second and fourth Tuesday at 4 p.m. And so if you're interested, check in with Donna. She'll get you the prompts. And now we will have a PS from Neil.
So on that renewed pen, I happen to know the prompt. It's spring. Whatever you might like to write, whatever's flowing out of you with regard to spring, if you're a writer or if you just want to express yourself, you just have to love to write. You don't have to be a published writer, you don't have to be a scholarly writer, none of those. You love to write, love to express yourself in this way. So we'll look forward to seeing you at that time. I just want to mention one more thing. Saturday Soul Boost is growing. It is becoming a second service for Unity of Payson. Not so churchy, interactive, totally virtual. So people online are, as you got from my message today, there are things that come up there that just really flesh out the thought that I have that I'm bringing in the message for that week. So join us for Saturday Soul Boost if you can. It's Brick's a regular, I know Frosty's online, a regular, Earl was, anyway, if you can, find the time. And particularly if you're joining us virtually, you can be wherever you are. And then invite your friends, yes, those friends that might not really get too excited about coming to church. Oh, it's a dirty word. But it's a time for spiritual. No, we don't have cookies on that one. So do that. Now, one more thing that I've got, and then Betty's got something to say. Come, remember this little tree over here, giving and receiving? much of what we're talking about today. These purple hearts here are waiting for you to write something on that you have to give to the community. I've already spotted one I'm putting on and doing today. And then put it on the tree on the giving side. Or for something you need. Just something you haven't been able to get for yourself. But the community might be able to help you. Like if what you might need, you might find that somebody's contacting you and saying, you know, I can provide what you need. This community can support you in that. So do that and then come on up. With rocks.
Okay, years ago, we started a scrapbook for the church. And Rosalind has been the keeper of it for a long time. And she hasn't been coming for quite a while. And so they dropped off all the supplies. So I have big bags of supplies also. So anyone that would like to pick up doing the scrapbook for the church, we would very much appreciate it. We need to, and it just entails watching, well, at this point, there were newspaper articles, so we would have to figure out a way around that. And just any flyers for maybe workshops that we did. So I'm going to have the book over here if you want to kind of take a look and see if you're up to it, and take a look at all the supplies I have, because it's really nice for people to go back and go, oh yeah, we did that. We were in the rodeo parade, that kind of thing. So it's fun to look at, and if anybody has a desire to do that, see me after service. So, thanks.
Well, it's time for us to close out our service. So if you're here in person, we invite you to stand as we say the prayer for protection together, and then our closing song afterwards, which is the peace song. We don't sing it every Sunday, but it's an opportunity to do that today. So are we ready? And all of you online as well? Boom it out loud so we can hear it. Here we go. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. The peace song.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every step I take, this is my joyous thought. I take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
You're here in person, cookies and socializing. And for those of you online, if Tom will give us the gallery view, I'd like to greet you. Here we go. There we go. So I'm saying hello and thank you to Earl. Earl, thank you for a reminder of that quote. That was really appropriate for this Sunday, and I appreciate that. Then we have Bobby. Just a little note. Bobby knew all about pay it forward before I could even talk about it. That's why I made her sit back. Thank you, Bobby, for that, for your energy around that. Sammy, it's nice to see you. Then Karen, I haven't connected with you forever. We hope to see you in person sometime soon. And I'm glad to see you here today. Mary Ann, of course, Mary Ann came up with a beautiful song to close out our morning coffee yesterday. And we went away clicking our heels and getting all excited. And then I think that's it. For those of you who are still here, blessings on you. Great to see you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.